So I binge watched this. So thank goodness Discovery Plus has like little recaps I can follow.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the commentary zone. We ain't even like putting up overlays or nothing like that. This is going to be a long haul. As you enter the room, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and notification bell. Our marathon of Sister Wives commences now. We have Sister Wives season 19, episode 11, the 11th hour, episode 12, Put Your House in Order, and episode 13, Give Up the Ghost. All right, Jamal, let's start with episode 11. The summary is Christine announces her engagement to the family. It's Mary's moving day on her 33rd anniversary, or what would have been her 33rd anniversary. Janelle meets David for the first time. Robin comes over and gives a gift to Mary. And Cody starts his epic meltdown in Parowan, Utah.
All right. Let me just get back to my little notes here real quick. I have a
Mm-hmm.
couple, just because what I did with this, I binge watched everything, but made like little notes here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, the biggest takeaway. Okay, let's start with Cody's crying. I'm not sure what he was crying for when he didn't like Mary like that no more. So that's number one for me. The boo hooing, the blowing of snot. I'm so confused. And Mary's like, yeah, why you crying? Like same. I was with you, Mary, for once, for
Mm-hmm.
now. I said for now. Y'all understand why I'm saying that. Then, you know, him being confused why she's leaving. I'm like, I don't know why you're confused because you wasn't blowing her back out no more.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a huge thing. You don't love her like that, and that's cool. And if he just said, Mary, I'm sad you're leaving because I feel like I'm losing a friend, I could deal with that. But you just going doing all the most for no reason, no. You crying because you will never have access to her money again. That's why you really crying. Let's just talk about that. Then David and Christine. I like David and Christine like this when she's not trying to compare David and Cody, because when she does that, I'm with you guys. I've come around to that thought. When she would like compare Cody to David, and it was I didn't like it, but them just going through the motions, telling the kids, Peyton being a mess, talking about like it's been like what 3 or 4 days, y'all are getting here. I'm like, okay, y'all so wrong for that. Oh, they had me crying, and I think it was his daughter, David's daughter. Um, I think it was Raven. I'm not sure. I'm starting to learn her names, but I think she said, okay, let's see the ring. It wasn't even that. No, it
Oh,
wasn't
I
even
thought
like
that was McKelty.
congratulations. Was it McKelty? I think
I
it was one of
thought
the
it was
girls.
McKelty.
Oh, they had
But
me crying. They're
McKelty
like,
and Raven always be popping off at the mouth, though. But go ahead. You could
yes,
be right.
but it was just hilarious. They didn't care nothing about the engagement. I hear not near congratulations from all. Let me see the ring. I was like, and I was like, you know what? They must be kin to Debbie. That's a Debbie saying. Let me see the ring.
Child,
Like,
yeah, that's all I'm interested in.
so that was funny and good. That I like those lighthearted scenes. The kids are hilarious, and you know, Janelle. Janelle had me.
Mhm.
Janelle had me cracking up because she was like, I hope I like him because if I don't, it's gonna be a problem. And she was like, I don't know what we gonna, and she had the tone like, if I don't like him, I don't know what Christine gonna do. Like she about to
Mhm.
find somebody else. Oh, so I laughed. So this episode for
Mhm.
me, I could have done without Cody and Mary. I could have done
Mhm.
more with Christine, the kids, David, and Janelle. For me, because it was
Mhm.
funny. It was just like you could see how much Janelle and you know Christina have worked to maintain their family. But I do want to go back to Cody because I think it's in this episode where he says, it's kind of hurtful that we have this side of the family who's decided to say that they're still a family and me and Robin are out. And I'm like, well, Cody, what you're delusional because they're still a family because they're all siblings. What's wrong with you? Like, what is that lost on you, sir? That
It is.
these they're all siblings, they are family, and by association, their mothers are still family because Christine raised Janelle's kids, and
Mhm.
Christine's kids look at Janelle like kind of like second mom, and definitely Janelle's kids look at Christine's second mom. So yeah, they're still a family, and it's not that you're not in it. It's that you chose to separate yourself. Let's not play pretend like Robin didn't separate your guys' children from the rest of the family, acting like she didn't, and you went along with that because Robin was putting out the trapeze every Thursday night, in my opinion. So you did this to yourself.
Oh my God.
Okay, that. So for me, that's all I got from episode 11. What did you? Is Lena back?
Um, yes, she
Lena,
is. Hello, everybody in
hey,
the chat. We're
hey,
sorry that we took a 3 week sabbatical. Let me say something more and love it. Yep. Oh, they've been busy saying hi to everybody. Um,
okay.
okay, so the Christine announces her engagement. Peyton made that hilarious because he's like, my mother's a drama queen, and she wants everything to be like in like high definition explosives.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, look, she's not getting the reaction that she wants. So when he turned around, he was like, oh my God, you're engaged. I was like, only a son could do that to his mom and get away with it,
Yes.
because I felt like smacking him, but like she was she was like, "Oh, Peyton, thank you," kind of thing. But the engagement, why didn't we see that when we saw the wedding special? Like, I'm not that interested. Not that interested. Mary's moving day, coincidentally on what would have been her 33rd wedding anniversary. And then she backing her big old butt up into Cody's groin with the help of Nathan and a cycle machine. Okay, yay! Everybody had to pee themselves. But then Cody came to his senses and said, "Oh my God, this is going to be shown. I have to do a confessional of hatred." And trying to backpedal. Who cares? You know that you were having fun with Mary because you like Mary. You might not be in love with her anymore, but there was a friendship there. There was a business there. There was a family there that you created with your first wife. So I don't know why he
Exactly.
is so busy trying to deny any sort of relationships with the OG3. But he just likes being disrespectful to these women. So okay, fine. Um Janelle going over to Christine's house in Utah to meet David for the first time, because remember she missed meeting him at the bridal shower for Gwendolyn
Right.
because Maddie um was having the baby in North Carolina. So this is her first time. Everybody else in the family has met him with the exception of her. So she was cautious. She was sizing him up. But I guess once they flashed the tattoos, Janelle was all in. I- They really are a package deal, though. And I like that
Yes.
David is like, okay, I'm not into polygamy, but I understand the importance of Janelle to Christine and vice versa. So, in essence, David, you have sister wives. I don't know
Right.
any other way to say it. He has sister wives. So, good on him
Exactly.
for being a good sport. Um, Back to at the moving thing in Utah. Not in Utah, because we were still in Flagstaff when Robin came over. Did you notice the temperature dropped about 50 degrees when she walked in? and announcing that
Yes.
she is not helping nobody move. When have you
No.
ever helped anyone in this family, Robin? We're good with that.
Like when
And
she came
she
in, you like
pulls.
you know who was it
Mhm,
in Charlie Brown? I was a Charlie Brown, some cartoon where like the little
mhm.
person walked around with a black cloud hanging over their head, raining.
Li
That was
is it
Robin.
Linus? Is it
Was it
Linus, or was Linus the
Pick
piano player?
Linus was the piano player.
I always get that confused, but I know the dirty one with the cloud of dirt.
Pigpen. That's Pigpen.
Pigpen. There you go. She is kind of
Like,
a
oof.
pigpen. But she came in there announcing that she wasn't going to help nobody do nothing. Good on you. And then she pulls Mary, part of the workforce, out of the truck to go and bring her inside the house, trying to make Mary cry by giving her a $80 dust collector that she bought from
And Mary just
Etsy.
looked at her.
Mary's
And
like,
Mary
oh,
just looked at her
well,
like,
did you notice how rude Robin was, though? Robin gave her the gift. Mary wasn't opening it because it's her right as the person who received the gift in her hand to do what she wants with it. And Robin takes it back from her and opens it. She was just looking for a moment, and it never came.
thank you, Wendy. Yes, Wendy. Schroeder plays the piano. Linus has a security blanket. That's right.
Yes, yes. Oh my God. I don't know. I thought, like, I feel like production is struggling to find places to place Robin because
Yes.
nobody cares anymore and she's not relevant. What she says is very contradictory. Her and and Cody, like, they contradict themselves. It used to be between seasons, but now it's between episodes. Anyway, she, to me, Robin was the big womp 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 of of the moving. But anyway, she leaves. Um, and they pull out. Nathan, Cody, and Mary and pull out, and they head towards Parawan. We get to Parawan. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know why I'm thinking
Hmm.
I'm not, but forgive me if I'm not saying it right. They move all of her stuff. Oh, wait. Before they leave Flagstaff, remember she mentioned, what am I supposed to do with the family mirror with the mission statement on it? Am I supposed to burn it? I was like, burn, baby, burn. Burn
Uh,
it. If that place wasn't a rental, I would have told you to burn it right then and there. But don't burn it at Parawan
listen,
because it looks like you have a wooden structure.
insert Usher song. Let it burn, let it burn, let it burn.
And Cody's getting upset, going, now you're blaming me. And she hollered right back, nobody's blaming you. Nobody even said your name. We just said your fucked up mission statement needed to burn.
Right.
Anyhow, they get up to Parawan, and I guess they moved her all in. And Cody decides that he needs a moment. I guess him and Robin like staged, like planned this out.
Yes,
But this
for
was all
sure.
part of the manipulation that these two bitches have been doing on Mary for years. Because remember, she said it's been like a yo yo. It's been like a yo yo. And we saw it. We saw, like, we knew that Robin was manipulating her, but we really saw Cody this time. And I truly do believe he gave her a list of things to do, and she did all of them, and he still kicked her to the curb.
Agreed.
And when he started like boohooing with no tears and no snot bubbles, I was just like, what are we doing here? This is the end of an era. We had something special. Like, you was dogging this woman out for seasons. For
Right.
seasons. And then Mary, wake up. She's standing up there going, am I making a mistake? What is going on? Why is he so emotional? Like, why couldn't you be to him the way how you were to Robin? Just
But see, with Mary, preface this. Mary flip flops as well. So,
because of this
but we'll get to that.
manipulation.
Well, yeah, she. Mary. So with Mary, her thought processes to me are a little bit delayed. It's like she hears, but then it takes her time to process things, and it's like she's waiting for other things to happen before she comes to a conclusion. And that happens for me. That happens for her in the next episode. But you know,
No, well,
she's not too stupid.
it was in this scene that it clicked for me. Mary, after the end of last season, where she says she came to the realization that everything was over at Coyote Pass, when he told her, I can act like we're a
I love
family or
you.
something like that. Yeah.
Yes,
So
he said I'm
for
willing.
me,
He's unwilling. He's
yes.
unwilling to act. Yeah.
So this season, she decides to go and get a release from the elders at the church, right? A final release. And it occurred to me in this scene where she started questioning because here's the thing though. Nathan looked like he was about to cry. Jen was looking, what the fuck is going on here? And Mary turns her head at the last minute because I think she was about to bust out laughing because she has that nervous laugh. And
True.
it rang true to me that Mary got the release, thinking that when the elders contacted Cody to let him know that he was to appear in front of them or have some sort of response because his wife rolled up in there and asked for a release, he
Mm-hmm.
did not respond. This was her final ultimatum to him. And what you got to remember, Mary, is when you throw down an ultimatum, you got to be ready for not getting the response you want. And you didn't
Right.
get the response that you wanted. And that's why you're questioning your decision. Because for me, their release is like a divorce. Like there's no going backsies. We're done. We are done. I've made my decision. Sayonara. And for you to be standing there questioning because he's pretending to cry and telling you what he thinks you want to hear about the end of
Mm-hmm.
an era, we had something special. I'm going to walk you down the aisle the next time you get married. You're my favorite ex wife. Fuck you, Cody. And fuck you, Mary, for toying with my emotions because I was about ready to ride for you. But you doing the same fucking tricks as these other two bobo heads. That's
Mm-hmm.
my opinion on that. And those were my highlights of that episode.
Oh, perfect. Lena says, Jen and Nathan doing everything awkwardly to awkwardly avoid looking at Mary Cody except leaving the damn room. Right? They
Because
wouldn't say.
Nathan is a nosy bitch. Nathan's a nosy bitch. I would love to sit down and have tea with him though, because he seemed like he got all the gossip. But he a nosy bitch. And you saw his dumbass after they was leaving Mary's house asking Cody if he's sure he not making a mistake. Bruh, have you not been watching these shows with us? Just because you
Exactly.
got the living room furniture don't mean things change. Like it's done. It's done, done, done. Just like how your extra wife left you. Done, done, done.
Pretty much. All right, episode 12. This one was very
Okay.
interesting to me.
All right. So this is the highlights from episode 12. Put your house in order. First, we continue with the snot bubbles in Parawan with Cody and Mary. Then we see Janelle throwing a graduation party for Savannah at Christine's house in Utah, and people are not invited. Then we see Mary going on a solo vacation to England and she visits Stonehenge. Next we see it's the final payment on Coyote Pass, and this is like has two separate like viewpoints in this section. Then we see in addition to that, Cody not wanting to get an appraisal done on the property. Um, we find out who is and isn't building on Coyote Pass. And last but not least, Cody's bro trip to Las Vegas. I would have called the police or the
Shut
neighborhood
up.
watch.
I
Look
can't
at him there
stand
looking through
you.
the gates. Looking through the gates. The
Right?
best thing that I ever had in my life. And you moved.
Right. So for
Go
me,
ahead.
okay, let's start
Mhm.
with I'm glad Mary took a trip because this is showing that she's trying to gain some independence, like, and not be worried about Cody and Rob and all that stuff. Like,
Mhm.
yes, Mary, understand that you have a life outside of them and they don't
Mhm.
care about you. Okay, good
Mhm.
on you for going to Stonehenge. Of course, Cody doesn't remember that you were obsessed with Stonehenge and he didn't care about you. Like, that's a running theme here. Him not
Yep.
listening to you is a running theme. He's very
Mhm.
consistent at that. All right. Then,
But not
hosting
only
a
not caring about her, but degrading her by saying,
right.
"Isn't there someplace more interesting than that to go and see?"
Baby.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Whew. Then
Mhm.
the graduation party, they had a good
Mhm.
time. Robin boo-hooing because they weren't there. Okay, ma'am, you should use. They haven't not been inviting you to things for like 2 years now. You should be used to that by
Mhm.
now. No one wants you around, just like you didn't want them around. Okay, Mazel tov
Mhm.
to you and your monogamy that you say you
Mhm.
didn't want. Now, going back to my favorite part of the episode, where
Mhm.
Mary goes to talk to Cody and Robin about the property. And
Mhm.
I'm going to flash back a little bit in the episode to where Janelle said, like, Cody was trying to, like, just get all the money together to take it to blah, blah, blah. She's like, I ain't did that. I wired mine.
Boom.
Done.
Boom.
She don't care what y'all got going on. Mary
Mhm.
takes over a check or cashier's check to Cody and Robin. Sits down talking to them. And it's interesting because the same points that Janelle brought to her, that she told Janelle that I don't think Cody would do that. I think Cody would be a gentleman, do the right thing. The same exact talking points that Janelle took to her, she took to Cody and Robin. And then when she brought up said points, did you see the look on Robin and Cody's face? Did you see how they were looking at each other? Every
Mhm.
time Mary would be like, well, the name's on the property, we need to get it appraised, and they're like, he's like, oh, no, 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 I'm not really don't want to do all that. I'm like,
Mhm.
mm. And
Who
I
sells
don't know.
land to a developer without getting it appraised? The dumbest businessman in the world, Cody
Yes.
Brown.
And did you see their faces when Mary ran down the lots and who's on the lots and whose name's on what?
Mhm.
And she said that
Mhm.
my name is only on this one piece, and it's with the two of you or whatever. Or she's only on one, and she get a third of that lot, right? And the way
Mhm.
they looked at her, like, oh, she figured it out. Who told her that? That's the look. That's the looks on their face that they had.
But then you know that Robin was lying because Robin was like, "What? Liar." And Cody couldn't say a word because he was so angry.
Yes,
Mhm.
they were. The thing, the way they looked was like, oh, how do you know this? Well, she told y'all Janelle came by and talked to her about it. So of course Janelle,
Mhm.
since Janelle's in charge of the money, of course Janelle's gonna run down everything to her dummies. And their whole demeanor was like, we got caught. That whole segment to me was we got caught.
Mhm.
And what did
But
you? Well,
didn't
I want your. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
But didn't anybody read the sale agreement to know how shitty the Coyote Pass sale agreement was initially? Like, didn't anybody monitor what, like, when Chris, even if you didn't monitor it beforehand, but they should have been monitoring it when Cody decided he wanted to take it from 4 lots to 5 lots, and they were not even lots. Then they should have been monitoring it again when Christine bailed and sold her lot for $10. Mary asked about that and got shot down.
Mm-hmm.
Mary said, "Why can't I get her lot?" Because Mary pouring in money into this family,
Yes.
and he said, "No, I get her lot." And you knew from the end of last season, Mary, that it was unfair, and you didn't do anything about it. And it shouldn't have been a surprise to you when Janelle showed up to repeat everything that you found out at Coyote Pass at the end of last season. Y'all need to do better with this. Y'all
But think
need to
about
do better with this.
I want your thoughts on these two things.
Mm.
The conversation between Mary and how
Mhm.
she was telling them, and
Mhm.
what did you think about when she said, um, you know, paraphrasing that
Mhm.
I expect to get the money I put in back out. To me, I'm like, oh,
I was
okay,
like, into Coyote Pass and McMansion, because don't forget she put her money into
yes,
McMansion.
mm-hmm,
So I'm like, you want all your money, only partial. That was what went through my mind. I was like,
okay,
yeah. And she kept on saying, so we're going to pay this off and we're going to split it 4 ways equally, correct? And Cody was
mm-hmm,
like, I felt he was having like a series of mini strokes throughout that whole conversation. And then Robin says something strange. When Mary brought up the appraiser, Robin says, when Mary first mentioned the appraiser, I was okay with it. So what happened when you spoke to Cody afterwards? You now no longer okay with it? Just
exactly.
asking for a friend. I didn't like her phrasing of that in the confessional, cuz that's telling me like you changed your mind.
Exactly.
And I agree with Lena, and she made a comment earlier. So why Mary couldn't just wire, like, why does Mary have blind trust with these two people who have spent all of your money for years? You are up in the house seeing all of the artwork. Mine ain't worth that. I ain't get it from a cruise ship either, but mine is not worth that. But all the artwork on the walls, and like, what? I don't get it. I don't get it. Mm-mm-mm. But that whole scene was a mess. Cody saying that he doesn't want to get lawyers or appraisers involved. He'd
Mm-hmm.
rather he'd rather just sell it to a developer that he's
A
been talking
developer,
to. Um Mary also asked, so who's going to be building on the property? And he's like, if Janelle builds out there, I'm not. I'm selling. But Janelle don't want to live next to you neither.
right?
And then you notice how he was trying to make Janelle the fall guy by saying, Janelle said just give her 4 acres and she's good. But that leaves Mary. That's not a fair division of the land. And that's been the
Right.
issue. Janelle wanted her 4 acres back when y'all first bought it, when she was living in a camper and wanted to build a
Mm-hmm.
casita. That's when she wanted her 4 acres. Right now, and Mary, you know this, Janelle just wants what's fair. Mm. This whole episode was a freaked up mess.
So Lena goes here real quick before we go on.
Mhm.
Lena said this goes back to Jamal's point of Mary being delayed. When Janelle told her what was up, she was all, "I trust
Mhm.
them," and she
Mhm.
already knew it was unfair. Like, why are you still not doing the things? Then Lena
Mhm.
says, "Yeah, but she expected Cody not to hurt her, so like, I'm not interested in what she expects. What is she gonna do? She needs to
Mhm.
do something."
And
And
what does
Lena,
she do? She do what she always do. Give that idiot her money.
right, this is the killer right here. He offered to have you pay to build yourself a barn dominium so he could keep
Mhm.
pretending to be married to you. Hello? If that is not a word.
Oh my god. It
Oh,
it it
that's a word right there. That is nothing but a word. You ain't lied, Lena. You ain't lied.
This whole episode, with regards to the paying off of Coyote Pass, was mind boggling to me. Mind boggling. Um, Anything else on episode 12? Ouch.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so on to episode 13. Give up the ghost. All right, so the highlights of this episode. Mary meets with her friends Andrea and Hillary.
Love them.
Christine, and love them. Where have they been all of our 19 seasons? But I digress. Christine goes wedding dress shopping. Then we see Robin having identity issues and trying to counsel her girls on trying to find religion. Next thing you know, we see Christine and David doing wedding cake tasting.
Okay, I'm just gonna cut to the chase, everybody, and I apologize for this, but I didn't care about none of this show except for the friends. That's it. Y'all could have kept every other scene in this episode because her friends went in. Mary's friends went in on her and let her know. When was it? The other one, the brunette, when she said that
Andrea.
Andrea, when she told Mary dead to her face, like as soon as he married Robin, he didn't anyone else, including you. I was like, ma'am, Miss Andrea, where
Mm-hmm.
have you been?
Yep.
Ma'am. And they were just going in, and the other one was Andrea and was it
Hillary. Hillary.
Hillary? It was Hillary. Okay, they did have that right.
Mhm.
She said, "Show me any polygamous family that is happy." She's like, "I have not seen
Mhm.
it."
Oh, and
Like,
what she followed up with was the receipts. Hillary says she doesn't have to wonder if her husband loves another wife more than her or to provide for another wife more than her. Survival isn't the way to happiness. And if you're playing survival for your entire married life, you're not going to be happy. You're going to be miserable. Break it
I could
down,
have,
girl. Break it down.
I could have watched the whole episode of them.
Where have they been? Can you imagine the two of them getting together with Jen and what's his name? Not Craig. The decorator.
Oh, Sean? No,
It's not Sean. Okay, we
I
just
don't
gonna
know,
call
but
him
different.
decorator.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Cause when he said the other episode, that sounded like manipulation to me. Boom. How come everybody around Mary got good sense except Mary? I'm just
I,
wondering.
I, I was just sitting there like, damn. Oh, they preaching right now. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
But Hillary was her grandfather's 84th or 85th grandchild.
Yeah.
The fuck you say? She was one of 13 children between two wives, and she said there's always at least two kids who are sick.
Yes.
Mom got to get up early, dad got to get up early. Like no one got like the proper amount of attention. Like she was breaking it down from a child perspective and a wife perspective. And it just made Mary look stupid sitting up there trying to defend polygamy and Cody. And again, questioning whether she made the right decision. And these are the two women who sat in the car at the temple when she went to go and get
Right.
the relief, and her husband stood her up. Oh, and when they first got to that place where they had their lunch on the walkway, that's the same place where in season 1 or 2 where she took Cody for dinner and she said, what if I was talking to another man? And he said that would be the height of vulgarity. Like,
Yes.
and that's where Aspen got married. Like, why do they like that place? But anyway, she I oh my god, this whole scene with them was epic. Epic. But Hillary, not Hillary, Andrea, she was in a plural marriage and she left. And
Mhm.
She had to go and get the release. So that is why when they were first walking in, Andrea asked her, "So have you fucked anyone lately?" Because when you go
Right.
before the elders, they ask you, "Have you had sex with anyone else?" Because
Hmm.
to me, that sounds like, why are you asking me that? Because you trying to blame this on me? So she had to get in there and prove that he abandoned her and that it wasn't
Right.
her fault, because the women are supposed to suffer. The men can sleep around, but the women can't. Because at first I thought it was, remember Robin said knife in the kidney episode, and she said that Christine won't be officially divorced until she sleeps with another man.
Hmm.
Uh-uh. It has to do with that release thing. And
Right.
I saw that on Growing Up Polygamy. It's a channel on YouTube. And they explained, no, it wasn't that channel. Sorry, it wasn't that channel. I'm gonna tell y'all now. I'm gonna tell y'all now. Because Tina 1010 sent it to me. And I started watching. They had 3 episodes breaking down this last episode 13. Hold on. I'm gonna tell y'all now. Hold on. It's called, oh, what the fuck is the name of this channel? Uh it's called Notes to Self 444. And their part, the husband is one of the branches of Mormonism, I think, that does the polygamy stuff. And the wife, I think she grew up in it, but they are just monogamous with each other
Hmm.
stuff. But they're very familiar with the church and the branches of the church that do this like extreme stuff. So she said that she knows Andrea's family and she knows the elders or something like that, or somebody wrote in and said that's one of the first questions that they ask the women when they come in there: have you had
Hmm.
sex with somebody else? Because I guess they won't give them the release if they have.
Gotcha. Really
Gross.
quick. So Ryan says
Mm-hmm.
it was like an intervention to get married, not to try to go back and move on. Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
And Lena says, "Can I ask you a slightly rude question? Where did all of these friends of Mary come from? Like, I'm confused where they've been this whole time." I said the same thing about Jen.
They've
So
always been there. Remember, Cody said a few seasons back, Mary has all of these friends outside of the family that love her, and no one in the family loves her. Remember, he said
I
that
do, I do remember that.
she's built up a circle of friends between the MLM and then, people
Right.
from the church, and she is likable outside of their family.
True. Lena says, because I have a question about these friendships.
Mhm.
I'm going to say this. I think they're true friendships because they know way too many details about Mary's intimate life for them not to be friends. Especially Jen.
Listen, Mary has stayed on this show to build her business. Period. You can't tell
Agreed.
me nothing different.
Agreed. Agreed.
Hmm.
It's an easy paycheck.
Not only
Ryan
that,
says, regardless.
she's put herself over as the victim. I'm sorry, Jamal. She's put herself
Yeah.
over as the victim so that people will flock to her and join her MLM. Sorry for y'all who did.
Ryan says, regardless of where the newfound friends came from, Mary had to finally decide to leave on her own. Had they said anything before she wouldn't be hearing it. True.
But
Tracy.
Ryan, she only left to get that release as an ultimatum, and it failed.
Lena says, no, but like, why have we not seen them? We saw a random chick who also got catfish.
No, but it wouldn't have behooved her story arc to have people on there telling her for like what 10 seasons that he don't want you. It wouldn't have worked for her story arc. And do y'all notice? I think I heard somewhere on YouTube, one of these channels, the producers changed for this show a couple seasons ago. And you notice that's when we started seeing the really shady boots edit. on all of these people. Because remember, I started saying, I don't think production likes Cody. I don't think production likes Robin. But she finally opened her eyes to Robin not being her friend. I think she been knew that. And I feel that she knows that Robin was connected to the catfish.
She knows. She
That's
knows.
why she was so cold to Robin. And that's why she came out and she told us that it's been 6 months and she has not heard not one thing from Robin. And even before she got the release, she has said, it's a bitch trying to get in touch with Robin. Mary know. Mary knows. Mary's also a very smart businesswoman.
Exactly.
Because she was the first one to get out and get something for herself up in Parowan. Remember that? That was another ultimatum that she threw down subliminally because she went to the family to get help and they didn't. But how does Mary come up with a whole deposit for a property when she ain't had nothing? Mary is slick. Mary was the first one to break out and get something of her own.
Well, what it is, she went to the family, like you said, she went to the family first.
Yep.
They denied her, but she didn't let that stop her, though. That was the key.
Right. But she had that shit as plan B. She was
Right.
ready to go with that, with her whole business plan for the bank. And she got approved all in the same episode. I'm sorry. Mary knew that Mary was testing Robin and Cody to see if they was going to fork up the money because Mary knew that Cody was the one who was in charge of the money. Even though Janelle was asking questions, in the end, it is Cody who signs the checks. She wanted to see if because remember, what was it? Janelle said they have the family account. And when one person needs something, they funnel the money to that person. They get the money back in, and then somebody else needs something, they funnel the money to that person. So she went and approached the family and asked, can you help me get this? And they were like, no. She was like, okay, well, I didn't want to roll up in here and use my money, but now you ain't giving me access back to the family account that I've been giving into. All right, boo. I'm going to use this money that I've been secreting away, and I'm going to get my house, and it's going to be all mine, and I'm going to decrease my contributions over to the family account because now I got my investment that I have to take care of. She made a lot of decisions in that. Mm-hmm. How the family denied Mary business plan but supported that ugly sister wife closet? Janelle didn't want to do that neither.
Lena
Janelle
is too
and
funny.
Christine didn't want to do that.
Lena said, like, I'm sorry, but I don't think so. I think Mary knows this all now, but she stumbled ass backward into it somewhere along the way. And Tracy says, Janelle said it straight. She wrote the checks and kept the books, but she did what she was told. She wasn't the boss. I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Was there
Cody.
anything else in this episode that captures you? For me,
Um,
there was nothing. There was really nothing else for me.
Someone has said something really interesting to me with regards to Christine, and they were talking about the cake tasting. And they keep on comparing David with Cody, and she was like, "Oh, my first wedding, we couldn't do this, we couldn't do that, and da 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 da." And I said, and they were like, David, of course, David gonna come out looking like great in comparison to Cody. And it's not just like he shaved off his hair. He is your only, spouse. Y'all are monogamous together. They said it's real easy when you siding up with a man with coin, because they couldn't decide on between the three different cake flavors. And he said, just get three cakes. Just get three cakes, three wedding cakes.
Hmm.
You roll up in there and you know that them people at that bakery were so pissed off. One, because so many people came. Two, they was on TV. And three, they was eating everything. It was too many. Like, same thing for the wedding dress shopping. I've done weddings for a long time. Do not take
Hmm.
so many people to your dress shopping, because it's too many opinions and you're going to get confused. Case in
True.
point, they did that custom dress for her and it didn't look that great. But okay, whatever. You do you, Christine. The wedding, cake tasting. Too many fucking people rolling up in there. But anyway, everybody got cake. David got money. David gonna give her the big ass house. David gonna build her the backyard lawn with the hot tub. David got her the place up in the mountains. She got a man with money who is, as Mary said, unlike Cody, who is always taking from Peter to pay to Paul. But in the end, Paul paid for all. Don't forget that last part of the saying. So, I mean, it's a big difference because, like, and I know that because, I'm always up here saying I'd rather be broke on my own than to be broke with a man. I like men of affluence who I don't have to look at price tags with. It's a big difference going from Cody to David. Shit, I'm falling in love with David. I'm falling in love with David. I can see why it's so easy. Because you ask him to do something and he does it. You don't have to worry about money with him. Even though you have your own little MLM thing going on and you've got real estate, but it's easier now. And if it's easy, it makes my heart flutter. I'm happy for her, though. I'm happy for her. As much as the scenes with her wedding preparations is getting on my nerves, in the end, I am still happy for her. I wish he would have gotten her a bigger solitaire diamond, though. I think that marquee cut is a little small, especially for the size of her fingers. Um, I would have like cut away all of the stupid mixed metal crap, and I would have focused on the solitaire diamond. But that's just me. Like the houses, she didn't need that big old house for her and Leon in Vegas, especially when they were still renting. Oh, let me wait and see if Jamal comes back. Okay, so I agree with you, Ryan, and that's referring to Mary. But I think Mary has always had to prove that she deserves an equal portion, even though she didn't contribute to the child count as much as the other two wives. She was like, and now we know that Cody has been telling her for years that she was defective because she couldn't give him more kids. So that's a hard pill to swallow. So how are you going to offset that because you can't contribute to the child count, and your husband's telling you, well, you only have one child. You only have one child, and that's why you can't get the same amount as the others. She's going to stand up and say, "Look, I'm an equal wife here, and you're supposed to treat us equally." She wasn't having none of that. I would have done the same thing too. Hold on. Let me see if can you submit. Oh, sugar. Hold on a second. I gotta send the link. this, this, um, this. Oops. Mm, 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 mm. Jamal, I'm sending the link if you're listening. Check your email shortly. Hold on. Jamal. Oh, I can't spell. Send. All right, Jamal, check your email. Duh, duh, duh. All right, so hold on, let me get back to the screen. Okay, so hopefully Jamal will be able to come back up and we can wrap this all up in an hour. 3 episodes, marathon. Ah, here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Jamal.
Yo, sorry about that.
No worries.
Sometimes
Um, any final thoughts on this last episode?
for me, no. I mean, I pretty much that was it for me.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. We tried to get this in an hour. Um, Lena says, sorry, it's not about worth. If you're buying knickknacks and spoiling your child and sending your kid over to the other moms to eat while they're struggling, something's wrong with you. Ooh. Wait, so who's that? Because that could be Mary or Robin.
It was Mary because Mary only had the one child, the others had six. So,
Mm-hmm.
while yeah, Mary did like a lot on her own. Mary had the resources to do so because
Mm-hmm.
she had less expensive. So the playing field wasn't exactly equal.
That is true. It wasn't proportionate. It really wasn't. But that's what Cody caved into. That's what Cody caved into. You're worth less. It's you need less. But you see, he would always put in there that she only had one child. He shouldn't have prefaced it like that. He should have put in what she needed was less resources and not
Right.
say it's because she only has one child, because that's diminishing her. Because don't forget, aren't these women getting into these marriages to have babies? And she was defective. Mary and Robin to take your oh my goodness. Well, child, look, this was the I I think we should go back to doing the summary because we get stuff done quicker with it.
No, I agree. I agree.
I'm gonna try to do the summaries for tomorrow because tomorrow we have 6 episodes to go through. 3 of 1,000 Pound Sisters and 3 of 1,000 Pound Best Friends. Those should be quicker though. Um, Robin got nannies. Oh, child. Let's not start with nannies. Let's not start with nannies. Yeah, but it's true. One child costs less than 6. You have one child. It's because of that. Right, but when a woman's going through fertility issues, that can sound like you're demeaning her as a woman. It can. And how she internalizes it. And now seeing how Cody has manipulated these women throughout the years, um yeah, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right. But this man has no communication skills, and when he does communicate, it is very derogatory and very manipulative. And then he got involved with Robin, who made it even worse.
Right.
It's just crazy to me. Just crazy to me. All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap it up here because we know you have other things to do. Guys, we appreciate all the comments. That sucks, but that doesn't even mean you get to take it out on the other kids. You're grown and you were in therapy. Deal with it there. Look, we saw Cody was in therapy, and did it work? Did he you got to listen. You got to listen and take in and take responsibility for your actions. And Cody's never been able to do that. And it's this women's fault. It's all four of these women who have built up his ego to this level. Oh, did y'all hear Maddie on her podcast saying that she grew up in a cult? You gotta love Maddie. You gotta love Maddie. She is honest, just like Janelle. But Mary's household budget was less than the others from a financial standpoint. Oh, I don't know. Wasn't she the one who had orange? Oh no, they were arguing over where to put oranges. Never mind. I can't remember. Cody took from therapy strategies to manipulate everyone else. Boom. Ryan. Yep. I agree with that. I agree with that. Anyway, y'all, we're going to let you go. Come back again tomorrow if you can. We're going to try to do 2 quick lives with the 1,000-pound shows. Okay. Bring your notes, bring all your comments, your questions, everything. We didn't go over Robin talking to her girls about church. Oh, y'all believe that? Y'all
That
believe
was
that though?
that was super produced. That's just like a really, really random. That's just my opinion. Sorry.
I mean, we all know why they want to go to church. Brianna said it. It's to get boys.
Right.
It's to get
But
boys.
what it
Um,
is, she's taking that. I won't say it like this.
mhm.
She's learning from her mother. She's going to the church to find her a man that can provide for her and her future children. That's just how I see it.
But they said that they couldn't go to church, right? But there's a whole bunch of Mormon churches that they could have gone to, especially after COVID when he became monogamous. I just think that Cody is persona non grata in any of the churches. They're trying to say that they couldn't go to church because they were plural married, but they haven't been plural married for a very, very long time. They could have gone to the Mormon churches down there. That's the closest thing to their original church. I don't know. And why are these girls who are in their 20s talking to their mama about going church shopping? So they can't go and do it on their own? Like, what was the other one? Aurora, is it Aurora? Ariel, not Ariel.
Aurora,
It's Aurora is
Aurora,
the
and
oldest one.
Brianna.
Right. So the oldest one went and took a Hindu class or something like that. Good
Buddhist.
on her. Buddhist, some shit. She went and took a religious class. Good on her. Why do they need to go church shopping with their mom? I that they presented themselves as 6-year-olds in that scene. And it was very uncomfortable for me. I understand respecting your mother and stuff like that, but y'all are grown. Y'all, the two of them are in their 20s looking for men. And you shouldn't have to be asking your mom about going to just pick up and go. I don't know. Robin has infantilized her children so that they can be around Cody, in my opinion. Forgive me if I mispronounced that word. But yeah, so that he wouldn't throw them out, you mean? Like how he wanted to do with Janelle's boys? That's that also like rubs me the wrong way. That doesn't sit well with me what she's doing to her children. I understand we've been talking about this for years. That makes me grossly uncomfortable to know that she's doing that with her adult children. Just so that they could stay in a house with a man um who isn't their biological father. That makes me very uncomfortable. They can't pick up and go if they want to live in that house. Let me tell you something. They would have never known that I was at church. They would have never known that I was out having sex. They would have never known. Teenagers are smart. How do you think all of them come home pregnant? I mean, what was that show that we used to watch but then had to stop because the children were so ignorant?
No, no, we stopped because of
Unexpected.
unexpected. No, we stopped watching because the parents were idiots. That's why we stopped watching. We couldn't
Other
believe the parents
parents
were.
are idiots.
that's what that's what it was. It was the parents. We just couldn't deal with the parents.
Oh, Robin has gotten everything, including being head wife, by using her kids as an excuse. Here's the thing, though. Lisa Rose, is she technically a head wife? She is like a legally married wife, but I think Mary is still considered head wife by the majority of the wives. I don't think Mary, Janelle, or Christine ever considered Robin head wife, and Robin wanted to be head wife, but she could never make it. She never got that mantle from the other women. Christine and Janelle raised strong, independent thinking young women. Robin did not, and has sheltered and coddled her girls. Oh my God. Imagine being in her 20s and scared to tell your religious parents that you want to attend church. But here's the thing though, somebody mentioned it on one of these other shows that I was watching. These girls are in their 20s. Robin had already been married and had babies by the time she was their age. So, and like it just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. Uh oh my God. Y'all liked Christoph, I know you loved that show. I know you did. Well, now Robin is the idiot that got left behind. Yep. Yep. But living in a $2 million house until it's foreclosed on. Child, let
Right,
that be an episode. Let that be an episode in season 21. Because you know that's where we're going, right?
right.
Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in today. You've been so patient with us for taking 3 weeks off. You've been so patient for being in our chat today. We really, really appreciate it. We will see you back here tomorrow. Jamal,
We
any
are
final
good.
thoughts? We're
No, we
good?
good. We're good.
Okay, y'all. Let's head out of here. Oh my God, come here. All right, so here we go. See you tomorrow. Bye. It's my fault. Thank you, Christoph. We'll see you tomorrow.